hating pre-planned nicknames. Just name the child the nickname. Here's why I disagree. So my fiance is a living example of this. His name is just Jake. Not Jacob, it's just Jake. So I'm reading his resume the other day and it just says Jake. And so you have to think about formal documents, formal events. It's your child's wedding day. Do you want their nickname to be the name that's recited? Do you Millie or do you Amelia take so-and-so to be your husband? You know what I mean? Like at the top of a resume. Would you like the way Millie looked better or Amelia? Which sounds more formal? And you might genuinely like the nickname more. Awesome. But I do get why people want a more formal long name, even if they plan on using the nickname most of the time. So I didn't realize how many people thought it was so odd that I use pictures of adults like with my baby name recommendations, my baby name videos, because like all these other accounts are posting like babies and swaddles and bear suits and so cute. I feel like it's really important to remember you're naming an adult. You're not naming a baby. A baby is around for 2 seconds. An adult literally is going to be here for about 80 years. If you look at, Mars, Jupiter, Moon for your baby boy next to a grown man that needs to walk in, apply for a job, maybe wants to be a doctor, a teacher, a scientist, you might change your mind. And if you don't, surf, love, see you later, Mars, like great. But if it makes you think that doesn't look great, maybe it's not right. Maybe you're naming a baby and not an adult. So you're not naming a kid in a bear suit. You're naming a grown adult that needs to get a job. So my personal baby naming criteria for the child that I'm currently carrying. First of all, there can't be a lot of R's in it. I'm from Boston. My dad sounds like he could star alongside Mark Wahlberg in a movie about organized crime that takes place in Southie. I cannot mess around with names that sound bad with the Boston accent, period. Next, I don't want them to sound like I tried to be different and failed. By this, I mean trendy names that were parents trying to be different and in the process named their kid the same thing that every other parent that year also named their kid, all trying to be different, all failing. Just to me, being so deep in the baby naming world, that's just a little cringe. Can't do it. Next, anyone that so much as had a talking stage with either myself or my partner. No, that can't be my kid's name. Before we knew gender, I said, if I ever say a girl's name and you even so much as Snapchatted her twice, off the list. Please tell me I'm not doing that, not our kid's name. So that was our big rule. Next, out of the top 200, I don't need it to be super rare, but I'm a Jessica and I don't want him to be known as his first name, last initial. It just kind of like made me stop even responding to my own name. Like I'll be out in public and I hear Jess and I don't even turn around because I'm just like, that's everyone's name. So I would like him to know when he hears his name that it's his. It needs to be able to age well. I would like for him to either be able to be an artist, or if he really feels inclined to sell his soul to a 9-to-5 and, work up to be high level corporate, he can still be taken seriously in a boardroom. So I want him to have all the options he can and still kind of sound good on a baby. So well-aging name, as everyone knows and hates me for. Lastly, don't want to know anyone with that name. If I know someone personally that has the same name, I'm going to have strong associations. I want to just associate the name with my child. So that's it. We're going to go through last names as first names that I love and I'm obsessed with. This is a really polarizing one. Some people hate the last name as first name trend. I love it. Starting off with Miller. Everyone's using Miller. I get it. I love it. So good. Second, Adler. Oh my gosh. If Jake woke up tomorrow and said, I changed my mind, we can use Adler. It sounds too close to a family name for him, so he doesn't want it. I would name my child Adler tomorrow if Jake said it was okay. Wilson. I love Wilson. I didn't really expect to love that as a first name so much, but it ended up being like a contender when I was looking for names. It didn't make it to like top 10, but I really do enjoy it. Smith. This is like the most last namey. I am obsessed. Unfortunately, I guess Jake had someone that he worked with at one point, and in the military, they all go by their last names, and he was like, never would I use that, and I was like, okay, so not Smith. Anderson. Oh my gosh, this is another one that I would use in a heartbeat. I think this is just like the best of the best. Again, Jake's probably best friend. This is his last name, and that's what he goes by, so screwed, can't use it. Callahan. I'm seeing Callahan everywhere. Like people are using Callahan as a first name left and right. And I get it. I love it. Pretty cool. I think it ages really well too. Like I'm just picturing like a 55-year-old man going by like Cal. Like it's cool. Lastly, Jones. We love Jones. We talked about it pretty heavily. Just didn't really fit, but big fan.